excellence to the Barony of South Downs. Through their work and research, the dream becomes a reality that can be seen, tasted, felt, and heard. We, Haji Turhan and Jadi Fatima, recognize the contributions made by Madalena da Ferenz to promote and enhance the dream through their skills and dedication to the arts and sciences, and present and admit them as a companion of the Barony of South Downs Order of the Silver Tower. Done this first day of October.
Calligraphy by Alessandra, illumination by Lord Arn McFallon. Pick it up.
Their Excellency summoned Donald McNeil.
This time it is.
Absolutely. It is. Donald, you too. Fist bump. You have been a beloved member of this barony for years beyond measure. And I cannot count the number of times I personally have had need of something and turned to find you at my elbow, ready to provide that which was needed. You have served as a messenger. You have served with the carrying of very heavy objects, far past the point of exhaustion. You have run lists, and and most recently, you endeavored to teach your first class. And that resulted in a 2-month research project that will end up culminating in at least 3 classes worth of material. Your service is
Unquestionable.
unquestionable. And so we do this.
There are those good gentles who contribute to the well-being of the Barony of South Downs by extending their hand in service. Without these great gentles, the cogs of the barony would grind to a halt, and this magical society we all have created would crumble around us. Let it be known that we, Haji Turhan and Jadi Fatima, Baron and Baroness of the South Downs, recognize and appreciate the service of Donald McNeil and admit them as a companion of the Barony of South Downs Order of the Gold Tower. Done this first day of October, in 2011.
Well by Alessandra. Keep up the work, because it's people like you that keeps this society alive.
Their Excellencies require the service of the baronial cabana boy.
Doing double duty as Pugsley.
I was looking for you earlier. Where have you been? Wait a minute, you know what? I can answer that. Do you have any words to say to this?
Miscreant.
This man may be young, but he does the work of many full-grown men. Again, when I have a need, I look up and there you are. And when I see other people accomplishing tasks, there you are, quietly and cheerfully helping us to accomplish all the many things that this barony and this kingdom accomplish. And we appreciate all that you do.
So you're doing stuff for her and not for me, I see.
I send him on errands for you all the time.
You just don't pay attention.
And so we do this.
There are those good gentles who contribute to the well-being of the Barony of South Downs by extending their hand in service. Without these great gentles, the cogs of the barony would grind to a halt, and this magical society we have all created would crumble around us. Let it be known that we, Haji Turhan and Jadi Fatima, Baron and Baroness of the South Downs, recognize and appreciate the service of Eric McMarcus and admit them as a companion of the Barony of South Downs Order of the Golden Tower. Done this first day of October.
By Lady Arnora Canarbriga. And elimination by Lord Arn McPhailin. Thank you again for all of you.
Their Excellencies call before them Bianca the Inquisitive.
This lady appears to have a motto, and the motto appears to be, I like to be busy. Right. She has been the event steward for this event, and for Red Tower 2 years ago. She has jumped in at the last moment whenever there was a need, and we know that all we have to do is say, will you do it? She will say yes, and it will be done. And we appreciate your service.
There are those good gentles who contribute to the well-being of the Barony of the South Downs by extending their hand in service. Without these great gentles, the cogs of the barony would grind to a halt, and this magical society we have all created would crumble around us. Let it be known that we, Haji Trahan and Jadi Fatima, Baron and Baroness of the South Downs, recognize and appreciate the service of Bianca the Inquisitive, and admit them as a companion of the Barony of South Downs Order of the Gold Tower. Done this first day of October, the
Also,
Their Excellencies call before them Sebastianus Ionis. And Gizmo.
hi.
I'm well.
Good. You've been busy.
I have good staff.
Yes, you do. So you've been Rapier Marshal for how long now?
0 years.
Excellent. So we've got you for another ever.
Yeah, you said Rapier Marshal.
Rapier? Oh.
Yeah.
Again, as the Barony Marshal, you're overseas?
2 years. All of us. All flights.
Well, we appreciate everything you do.
My honor, sir.
You are well beloved. Your high energy keeps all of us going when we are tired and sweaty and cranky. You encourage the martial arts in our group, all of the martial arts, and we appreciate it very, very much. The army is growing.
All his fault.
We're trying so hard.
The combat arts are more than winning a tournament or war. Honor, courage, and chivalry are the cornerstones of this society that we have created, and as important off the field of combat as on. Through teaching, volunteering, and participating in the martial arts, the barony has assured its place in history. We, Haji Turhan and Jadi Fatima, Baron and Baroness of South Downs, recognize the contributions made by Sebastianus Ionis in the promotion of heavy fighting and admit them as a companion of the Barony of South Downs Order of the Red Tower. Done this first day of October.
Calligraphy by Lord Canrig Ap Einan. Elimination by Lady Ornora. Carnarbringer. We need more scribes. They're doing a whole lot of work here. Let's relieve their burden, folks. Thank you, my brother. Thank you, Gizmo.
Their Excellencies require the presence of Siobhan de Began. Doing my best.
Hi, Mommy.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
we were talking about deeds and misdeeds, and perhaps her first misdeed was that she drugged me kicking and screaming into the society some uncounted number of years ago.
I'll never tell.
Four. Okay. I'll take that. You've served this barony for a very, very long time. You've cooked. You've run reservations more times than I can count.
You bring us leftovers.
More miles of him have passed through her hands.
Oh, your boss?
Yeah, well, that too, but in the service of anyone who needs it. And whenever there is a need, she fills it.
There are those good gentles who contribute to the well-being of the Barony of South Downs by extending their hand in service. Without these great gentles, the cogs of the barony would grind to a halt, and this magical society we have all created would crumble around us. Let it be known that we, Haji Turhan and Jadi Fatima, Baron and Baroness of the South Downs, recognize and appreciate the service of Siobhan O'Dunvegan, and admit them as a companion of the Barony of South Downs Order of the Gold Tower. Done this first day of October, being 2011.
Where's the medallion? You forgot the medallion.
No.
There was no medallion. Baronial jeweler, I need a medallion.
I will remedy that ASAP.
Thank you. Your medallion will be there shortly. In the meantime,
This is beautiful.
calligraphy illumination by Lord Kinran ap Einan. So, keep doing scrolls and do more medallions. We are fortunate to have our own personal baronial jeweler, and we appreciate it.
Glad to serve.
Their Excellencies invite into their presence Lady Kesh and Lord Albert.
I'm going to stand here so that everybody can see. We have something that we would like to give you. That when you first were invested as Baron of Venice, we wanted to come and life you. So we have this book because learning and knowledge are powerful. And we have what's inside it because the spirit is also powerful. But because this is a dry site, these are empty. We have one for each of you. With our love, that were done by an artisan of the Outlands, Baroness Gwendolyn. Was a token of your investiture that we are much delayed in delivering with our love and with Baroness Gwendolyn's love as well. And we hope you do.
The Outlands was once my home, and while I knew that you would be safe within the borders of the Outlands, we miss you both